Okay, so in this section we're going to look at digital marketing, and specifically also going to address social media marketing, what we can go, what we can do, and how we can strategize to optimize social media in marketing and integrate it in our marketing plans so that we can leverage on social media. So social media marketing is part of digital marketing, and when we call this digital marketing, means that you're marketing in a soft way, where you don't need to go physically in places to market, but you can use the available or electronic digital facilities available, and those channels to do marketing in a soft way, not hard way. So in soft, using soft resources to market on websites, use on the online platforms. That's what we are calling digital marketing. That means that people who are using digital marketing, they need to use computer devices. A phone is also a simple computer device, and then computer also, then all resources like videos, like audios, like graphics and infographics, all those lie into what we call digital resources that can be shared online. But also digital marketing includes live sessions. If you want to have a live promotion on social media, you can also have them. So this means that a marketing strategy will have to integrate using specific websites or online platforms, or even using portals and using apps to do marketing, and the social media those social media sites that are available for marketing purposes. So in digital marketing strategies, then you need to optimize using search engines. There are several search engines which your organization can actually use. Some of the examples of search engines include Google, Yahoo, we have ask.com, Yandex, and Bing. There are several such engines where if you inputted data online in a digital web browser, that information is sought from all over the web, all around the world, and then it is displayed for what? For a customer. So those search engines are important to be integrated into our marketing. Which search engines are we going to actually prefer using? Then also when you select the search engines, you're able to tell whether even setting up emails and they are going to be set up using a specified search engine. If it is Google, then you specify that they are going to be Google. Then that is pay per click. That is in the PPC advertising, that wherever the customer clicks, you're able to monitor and see who have read, who have checked the advert, and also the more these days, the more you have viewers, the more you have. Sometimes you can use that to actually tap into people paying you for having more viewers or more likes. So those pay per click is also used to make sure that when the customer clicks through the web browser can also you can do what? You can reward the customer for opening a certain advert and viewing it for a longer time, or opening it again and again and even sharing it more. So you also have content marketing. So content marketing is what we call content. It can be presented in terms of what? Of words, can be videos or pictures shareable on the digital platform. So in the digital environment, you have email marketing. You can do marketing using emails. You can send bulk or customized emails where a customer receives an email with his name or his company and some particulars the customer can see about what is happening in your business, or new products, or the prices have changed, or anything you want the customer to be aware. So there should be that avenue of communicating to customers using email. And then social media marketing. Now that's where you see that you can use Instagram, you can use YouTube,
even WhatsApp.
You can use WhatsApp, you can use Facebook, you can use X, which was called Twitter. Then there are several social media platforms that you can use to communicate. There are also voice chat. These are voice chat search optimizations. So voice chat search. So when you want to search in voice, there are alternatives these days. You can voice on Google or in your in your browser. There's somewhere there's a voiceover. You can voice, and then what you are searching is displayed. Then there is also a video marketing, where someone taps and views a video about something. Could be an illustration. If it is a machine, it can show how the machine operates, so that the customer is able to relate with your product very well by seeing how it works out. So these are some of the essential steps of successful social media marketing. And one of them starts with setting a social media goal. When you set goals of what you want to achieve when you undergo the use of social media in marketing, then go ahead to engage. This we call social media engagement. So in engagement, there should be participation of the social media users with your content, and the social media users can click to open a file within the same browser, or click to open a file in a different browser. Or you also include the ability for a provision for the user, for the access of your content, to have an interface where can click for likes, can share if it is a video or a picture, can share with others, and also can comment, and also make mentions or quotation. You can mention the source, so that there is a wide saturation of your message or content that you're marketing to the end users or those prospective customers. Then the other way is to actually reach. The other is reach, where you have the following. Those are followers. You can count how many are following a certain channel or that social media program, and then what are they having, the impressions and the web traffic. So you are able to see those who are checking, those who have downloaded, how many downloads have they made, how many have quoted or have shared. You are able to see that. Then the other alternative is conversation. You need to set conversation with the customers. These days, sometimes they are using AI, where if a customer logs in and sends a message, a comment, the artificial intelligence answers according to the answers that has been given to them, so that they see automatic messages. These automatic messages coming to the customer. So even if the conversations are about sales and or non-sales, they are not about sales, you're able to monitor them. And there is also a window where there is someone attending to social media in your company, so that there is this conversation between the company marketing team and then the prospective customers, which can result into customer satisfaction by information and also by getting feedback from customers. So then there is also customer loyalty, where we see that customers, their issues, if their issues are resolved, and then they have been able to receive feedback in real time, immediately, so that when someone logs in an inquiry, it doesn't take months to reply. Immediately the response is given, so the customer becomes loyal and gets attached to the services. These are the steps of social media marketing, and they are very essential. We've seen that you need to set goals, you need to engage customers, you need to reach them out, converse with them, and then let them check to see that they are becoming loyal. Yeah. Then you continue. You also need to understand your customer. Others call it know your customer. KYC is also UYC. Knowing your customer is very key. So one needs to take time to understand who the customers are, what are they interested in, and then where can they be found, and also how do they get to find you, so that you can easily understand your customer. So understanding the customer has some what we call the demography, customer characteristics. You can classify them by age, gender, education, occupation, what are their hobbies, and also where are they, their location, so that you are able to understand who are your customers. If your customers are more educated, you can easily also know. If your customers are more females, you can also prepare yourself properly. And these demographics can be tracked in social media. Like you can have a little questionnaire which tracks their gender and also part of their demographic data, so that you're able to know who your customers are. But you can also look at their name to tell gender. Then we also have here competitor analysis. So competitor analysis, we want to analyze data about competitors. So we need to take time to identify the social media competitors. You are not the only one who is sharing information on social media. Even your competitor is sharing information. So if your message is exactly what the competitor is also posting on social media, possibly there is going to be a clash in social media engagements, where the customers or the viewers of your posts are going to actually confuse your posts with those of your competitor. That's why it is important that what we do, we make sure that in all our posts we study the competitor's dynamics and how the competitor is sharing social media information, and how often is the competitor sharing the information, and on what platforms is the competitor actually sharing this information, so that we get informed to strategize on our schedules, and also strategize on the message that we pass on to our customers. So we need to know what they are doing and also what they are messing up, so that we learn how to differentiate our campaign from their campaign, and also differentiate what we do from what they are doing for the betterment of our customer. So here we are also learning about choosing the social media channels the right way. So what do we actually consider while choosing social media channels? If one was to choose a channel such as Facebook, another Instagram, there are also other channels such as X, which was called Twitter, and LinkedIn, and other media channels, social media channels. What do you consider? You need to know the dynamics of your customers. Where is your target customer, and which platforms is your target customers using? Otherwise, if you just simply toss messages, you may not be very effective, because you could even post messages on platforms where the customers are not, but your messages are. Then anything from restaurants or to hotel to boutiques or healthcare or entertainment or services can be posted on Facebook. So you need to set your community, and you promote a channel on Facebook where your information is promoted and sponsored to be viewed by most of the people, and your product is also viewable by most of the people. Also, preparing very short videos to the market can do better. So if we are to use Instagram, then Instagram, you have to target a network of millions of people. So you can use Instagram to also promote your brand and the various designs and the photographies. So others use Twitter, but you see Twitter audiences are more corporate audiences, but you can have the popular hashtags that will amplify your messages when you're using Twitter. These hashtags will tag other channels, so that your message is also viewable through other channels, and the people and those who are following other channels can actually be able to access your messages to widen the audience of your message. So that is now a strategy which can be business to business or business to customer, and can also, if you can program it to get feedback, then can also be customer back to business. Then LinkedIn are mostly used by professional as a LinkedIn channel, used by professionals. You can be on LinkedIn, share ideas, you can share your education backgrounds and what you actually do, and which kind of industries do you actually follow in, so that you can share expertise where your fellows and fellow LinkedIn members can view your page, can actually get to know what you do, and can even engage you in business or reach out to the products that you actually do or trade in. So YouTube is very good for videos and the demonstration, illustrations and those tutorials. You can also use YouTube. WhatsApp is very good for short messaging, but also people can create groups, communities, and can also make voiceovers and share videos and direct messages. So those are platforms you can use, and these days there are also TikTok. You can share videos on TikTok and also share various messages using the TikTok. And many platforms are coming up and have come up. You can browse and check on some of them and use some of these apps. However, there is also a provision for live casting and going live on YouTube, going live on 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 Facebook. You can go live where you can share worldwidely, and also be able to have webinars, those webinars, so that your messages go wider. So how do we strategize on your social media? You're saying that you need to set goals and also be able to monitor the performance of a social media platform that you are using, or that channel that you have chosen, to see in terms of percentage of traffic, if it is sales, how much has been generated through social media orders, and then you can also have promotions which link a portal into social media, a portal which has what you are selling, and you link it into a social media platform or channel like YouTube, where someone can click and then takes the person to the portal to make an order or browse through to see the stock or those services that you are rendering. So you need to actually be able to follow up on the traffic and the total sales, and you're able to actually also view and monitor viewership and the dynamics behind the viewership. So you need to assign goals to numbers so that you are able to see what is the goal that we want to attain and how many customers are we targeting to have, so that you can easily evaluate. When the goal is not numerically translated or is not measurable, then it becomes hard to evaluate what is not numerically represented. So these goals have got to be SMART, with specific, measurable, attainable, and realistic, and also time bound, so that you can easily evaluate what is happening in social media. So we have seen here that for you to do promotions which are effective on social media, possibly what you need to do, you need to promote on the channel. Promotion, you pay. If you want to promote these days, you pay some little token of money and then promote or get your message or advert or video to be to be sponsored so that it can run on every page of the viewer. Then you can also have influencers, social media influencers. You can get a person with a higher fame in the community and be the one at the front of your video or your photographs, and then can do the promotions. Then you also need to reach out to business partners and share the campaigns that you are running so that they work together with you. Then others you can use bulk emailing and SMSing to customers so that you can actually reach out to them. Eventually, you need to analyze this data and see in your evaluation report how the social media platform has been performing so that you measure performance. Because as you invest in social media, there should be returns on investment. So what you have invested in social media, in marketing on social media or on any digital channel, they should reflect in increase in sales, increase in customers, increase in brand awareness and brand visibility. They should reflect in increase in traffic, in the customer web traffic and the following, so that you can now be able to tell that either you're making returns on what you have invested in. So those metrics have got to be very clear. Otherwise, if you cannot, then if you cannot evaluate, then your marketing is a waste. You can't know whether you are wasting or you are actually gaining. So that is where we see that in evaluation of your marketing campaigns, you need to see, did it meet all goals? What were the advantages and the disadvantages of using a channel? And what were some of the challenges we undertook? Remember that in social media, someone can pick a message from your company, from your channel, goes and twists it, changes, and posts elsewhere. Before you know it, customers are running away because the message is misleading. Or even competitors can do that through their agents to spoil the image of the company. So there must be an eye to monitor social media performance on most of the platforms to see what they are talking about your products and also your brand, so that you can counter those malinformation, the inappropriate information that is circulating in the population about what you do. And that has been a social media challenge. So we have to evaluate and know what are the challenges and what are some of the ways to improve. Then you can draw conclusion on whether to continue or to launch another campaign, or to discontinue using a channel, or even improve on how to use that channel. So those decisions can be undertaken when you are using social media. Most importantly is to do an evaluation also to see the performance of a social media channel that you have used and see whether it has yielded to the expected goals, and if there are challenges, how do we actually overcome these challenges. So that is social media marketing as part of digital marketing. Thank you.